We noticed a little before Rosalie turned 2 that she was still not speaking, still not making any words at all. She also had a lot of food aversions, some sensory issues. So we were working with First Steps, and they recommended that we go to come here to United Services for some extra help.
You got it. You got it.
Rosalie was diagnosed with autism. That was back in January of this year. So she had already been going to United Services at that point. We had suspected she was autistic because her brother is. So our son, Robbie, it was probably when he was about 1, we noticed that he wasn't quite where he should be. He'd always hit all of his motor milestones and would exceed those, but when it came time to talk, he just was silent.
I was Robbie's teacher in building blocks in 2022. He was really challenged with separating from his parents. And it's a struggle because there's so many fun things to do and you really want kiddos to participate, but you just have to first make them feel comfortable and build a rapport and increase their trust and confidence in you.
The first time that we left Robbie with someone that wasn't family in his entire life was whenever we took him to United Services the first time. And it was scary initially, but we knew it was the right thing to do.
What we accomplished with Robbie was increasing his comfort level in a group learning setting. And that's going to translate really well with friends when they move on to early childhood education or early childhood special education. And they've already built up the ability to work through routines with groups of kids, lining up, sitting together and having snack, and really prepared him for moving into preschool.
Robbie definitely assimilated to pre-K a lot easier because of United Services. He's our firstborn, so he was kind of alone for a while there until his sister came along. So having other kids around was really a helpful thing for him. He is still nonverbal at this point. He's 4.5. So outlook-wise, I think he's going to be really healthy, and I think he's going to be really happy. And that's the 2 really main things. Who knows what the future holds? He could go on and have a perfectly average, normal life, or he might hang out with us forever, and that's okay too.
So when Rosalie was approaching 2 years old, we saw similar but not the same sort of delays with her. Hers were more a speech delay than anything else. So after her 2-year appointment, we spoke with her pediatrician, got her into First Steps a lot sooner than we did with our first child, with Robbie.
I've also had the privilege of working with Robbie's sister, Rosalie, and just seeing Rosalie grow from early in the school year has been a tremendous opportunity. She has built the most incredible social interaction skills, and she's so engaged with her environment, just initiating highs and smiles and using language to increase interactions with others, even in the hallway and on the playground, new friends, just building relationships. She's just come so far.
Both of our kids have gone through here. They've had a chance to really grow and learn how to be really around other kids and learn from teachers. It's really set them up for success with school throughout the rest of their lives.
Good job. Good job.
We've been very happy with the progress we've seen with both of our kids since they've started the United Services.
I know in the beginning we were petrified that she may never be able to live a normal life. So it definitely terrified us to think what if she never comes out of it with something that she struggles with her entire life? When Harper was around 12 months old, we started to notice that she wasn't quite hitting the milestones that other kids at her age were. She was trying to talk a little bit, trying to crawl a little bit, but she wasn't trying to really progress past those points.
One day, everything just disappeared. She was going towards her milestones, and then it just fizzled out.
her parents shared with me the challenges that they had when she was an infant, around the ages of 5 and 6 months. And they had a lot of concerns about her lack of interest in interacting with others, even with them. And those concerns led them to trying to find more support, and then First Steps referred them to us.
Harper came to United Services because she was having trouble adjusting to other daycare settings, and she was clearly nervous about being around other peers her age, and she didn't have an effective form of communication, so we wanted to get that addressed, and we were pursuing an autism diagnosis for her. Once she started, we sat down and made a plan for her. We wanted to make sure that we let her get comfortable with us first, so we got on her level to play with her and let her pick out the toys that she wanted from around the room and made sure we followed what her interests were. We found out pretty quick that she likes art and like messy play, so we did a lot of that with her. And then for communication skills, we noticed pretty quickly that she was very interested in just our day-to-day classroom visuals. So we started really emphasizing that with her and making sure that she could see the pictures of like the activities that we're doing or different snack options and stuff like that, so that she could start learning how to use those pictures herself.
I would really love to thank Miss Rachel. She has helped Harper and myself and my husband with a lot of more communication or guidance at home. All the women in that classroom are absolutely amazing. They're educating Harper with physical therapy, speech therapy, occupational therapy. They even have ABA that's coming in and helping also communicate back with us at home to be able to guide her and help her either calming moments of like her stimming or working on speech communication. All of that communication and extra help and support is what United Services is doing for not only Harper, but for us as well. I've waited for so long to get that connection of emotion from Harper. Same thing again with Brandon. Like, we don't get that hugs and kisses and that lovey-dovey all the time. But since she has been coming to United Services, they have helped her to be more connective with us, not only in communication, but her trusting us. And then for her to actually say mommy for the first time was like mind-blowing.
Having safe places like this for your kid to go, where you know that you're not judged because of how you parent, because obviously like parenting a kid with any kind of special needs is insanely hard. The schedules, just the adaptation, just the trying to understand them. I mean, it's they can't communicate a lot of their needs, so you really have to change your life a lot. I know it might sound silly to have parents talk about, oh, my kid said mom. Like, oh, my kid's been saying mom for 2 years now. But when you have a situation like this, it hits so much different. And I just would like more people, I guess, to kind of be a little more situational aware. If you see a kid on the playground that maybe is having a meltdown or struggling, don't look at the parents and be like, what's wrong with your kid? Maybe be like, hey, is everything okay? What's going on? And then maybe we can educate them. And they can now take that and learn and teach somebody else. And then everyone can kind of understand better together.
I know that United Services and Missouri First Steps and all of our other resources, they're never going to go away. They're always going to be here for us, and we know that from the deep bottom of our heart that you guys will always be here to support Team Harper.